رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you today? Wherever you are in the world, I hope you are happy and healthy by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, this is the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. And the daytimes of these first 10 days are even better than Ramadan. So we should try to do as many as good deeds as possible and read more Quran. First of all, I will tell you the format of my program today. In the first part of my program, it is dedicated for my little brothers and sisters. I will recite Surah sharh, and then I will do an overview of some of the tajweed rules in every verse that I recite. And in the second part of my program, I will recite the last portion of Surah Yasin. And if you want to see the first portion of Surah Yasin, you can go to YouTube or Facebook. Throughout the whole video, you can put your questions in the comments, and in the end, my father will help me and tell me some of the questions, and I will try to answer as many as I can. Now I will start reciting Surah sharh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. Now I will do the overview of some of the tajweed rules. So dear little brothers and sisters, don't forget to bring your pens and paper and write down the tajweed rules. So the first ayah is Alam nashrah laka sadrak. So in the last word of this ayah, it says sadrak. And the dal over here, it has a qalqala. And this qalqala is qalqala sughra or qalqala saghira. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to bounce on the letter. So you're supposed to say it like this. Sadr, sadrak. So there are few qalqala letters, and the qalqala letters are Qutub Jad, so that's like a phrase, and it's qaf, qa, ba, jim, and dal. And over here it's dal, and this is the dal. So you're supposed to say it like sadr. And qalqala saghira or sughra comes in the middle of the word. And there's one more tajweed rule over here, the kaf. So this rule is called hems, and what you're supposed to do is, like when I go to the end of the word and I say the kaf, then I make like a sound. Like listen carefully. Sadrak. So this rule is called hems. And there are two letters for the hems rule. It's kaf and ta. And these two letters can, whenever there's a sukoon on these two letters, you're supposed to apply this Hams rule. The next ayah is وَوَضَعْنَا عَنْكَ وِزْرَكَ. So, عَنْكَ, and in the noon over here there is an ikhfa, and this ikhfa is light ikhfa, and it's light ikhfa because whenever there is a light letter next to the noon, then it's supposed to be light ikhfa, and the same, and then the next word is wizrak. So wizrak. And over here there's also the same Hams rule applied, and the Hams letters, as I said, is ta and kaf, and whenever there's a sukoon you have to apply the Hams rule. The next ayah is الذي أنقض ظهرك. أنقض. And over here there's also an ikhfa, but since there's a qaf next to it, which is a hard letter, it would be the hard ikhfa. So that's different in light, and the light ikhfa would be anka anqada. And the next word is ظهرك. And there's also a Hams rule over here. So it would be ظهرك. And for the Hams rule, you're supposed to say it like not too hard, but you could say it like you can hear it. The next ayah is وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ. Over here, there's a sukoon on both kafs. So there would be a Hams rule on both of the kafs, like dhikrak, but not too hard. So that's the only one on this side. And then, فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. And you see there is a shadda on the noon, so there would be a gunna over there. So it would be like you stop on the noon for 2 seconds and then you go to the next word, like this. فَإِنَّ. So this gunna is on, there's two letters for the gunna, noon and mim. إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. And over here the same rule applies. Inna. So over here there's also a noon with the shadda. So it would be the gunna. Inna ma'al usri yusra. And the next ayah is فَإِذَا فَرَغْتَ فَانصَبْ. فَانصَبْ. And over here, there's again a hard ikhfa. And does anyone remember why it's a hard ikhfa? That's right, because there's a hard letter, which is the sad over here. The sad is a hard letter, and that's why it would be a hard ikhfa. And also for the ba, there's qalqala, because the qalqala letters are qaf, ta, jim, ba, and dal. So ba is one of them. And this qalqala is not in the middle, so it's not qalqala sughra or saghira. It's qalqala wusta. It's qalqala kabira. And qalqala wusta is the one that's the biggest qalqala. When there's like a mad and then you stop, and then it's gonna be like a hard qalqala. The last ayah is وَإِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ فَارْغَب. And over here, there is that qalqala one again. And this one is qalqala kabira, not qalqala sughra or wusta. Forgot the dot on the line. And that's it for the rules for Surah Sharh. So now I will repeat the surah with the rules. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب